An opponent was found. He's McCruel. Did he win the roll? Damn, I always want to win the roll. This is not a keepable hand. Whoop. Whoop. Mulligan. Mulligan again. I guess we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll put that on top. Oath of Nissa coming in for the win. Save my butt over here. Ether Vial. Alright, so this is going to be a flicker deck, I'm assuming. It's got to be a flicker deck, right? That's like the only thing that makes any form of sense in this world. In this world. I've beaten flicker decks before. They're actually a little tough. They're definitely better than like they used to be. Jesus. I guess we'll take a Luxodon Smiter in case he's got like discard in it, and I've got the wrong thing, you know. So yeah, we'll go with that. The cool thing is it actually still at least moved the creature cards away from the top of the library, so I still can draw something. Okay, that doesn't. I guess you take the lightning bolt here. God, this is gonna be terrible. This is gonna be pretty awful. Well, I mean that's something. So I'll take it. Just got to get my lightning bolt back, as the follow up play of like eating my my lightning bolt is kind of mean, and I don't want to have to deal with that crap. If he arbors me and then blows up my land, I've just got to concede. There's no way I'm winning past that. Wasteland Straggler without anything to do with it. Sure, that's not the most impressive thing in the world. So I'm not like hurt by that. Scavenging Ooze is at least castable. I don't know, man. We're pretty down here. We really need mana, like a fetch land mana. He hasn't casted anything yet. He's probably got more Flicker Wisps, I'm assuming. At any point in time, if he just like went ahead and arbitered and then just like killed me, I'm like so beyond screwed. I will offer the trade. I know he's got something to flicker it, so I'd rather him flicker it now. And if he wants to take the trade, that's perfectly fine by me. Maybe he's like an Eldrazi deck? Oh, God. See you later. See you later, guys. There's no way we were winning that, guys. No way in hell. Alright, for Wasteland Straggler, I hate how you can't actually look at it that way. It's on cast, right? I still think there's probably enough flicker effects in this flicker deck for me to warrant bringing in the Hushwing Grift, but I just want to be sure. When it enters the battlefield, you may put... Yeah, no. So it's an enter a battlefield effect. So there's definitely more than enough for me to bring in the Hushwing Grifts. Yeah, there's two of them there. So cool. The other thing that we can do is maybe Sigarda, who sort of just ends all the games. Valorant's Stance, which is removal, but removal is not super great against a Flicker deck unless you have the Flicker. When they don't have the Ether Vial, they're way less good. Domri can't do it in response to a Flicker, so Domri's less good here. Voices at least just end the game. This stuff, I don't know. I'm like not super experienced in this deck yet. I guess take out that and it's either the Pride Mage and Oath, but Oath digs me into a Hushwing Griff, which I like. I guess I'll take out the Valorant Stance. If we lose, it'll be to me not like really knowing how to deal with this deck a ton yet as a Zoo player. But we lost because mostly that we mulliganed to 5 and we had like one land. This time isn't happening, so we'll prefer this. Maybe he'll do us a favor and mulligan like 7 times, and he'll like know our pain. All right, well he mulliganed at least once, you know. That's a little better. I've got no real reason to. Well, yes I do, because a turn 2 play sucks against this. So I'd rather do it now rather than later. Against like a Leonardo Arbiter. The truth is, against the old Death and Taxes deck in Modern, the only way they could win against us was if they messed with our land base. So that was still exactly how they win. I still might have been able to crawl out of that mess up. Man, Ether Vial always, like, I have not played against a Flicker deck yet that does not have an Ether Vial in it. So, let's just do it. I don't mind taking the damage because I'm going to be the aggro here anyways. I'd rather have Lightning Bolt up. But we have a pretty aggressive hand here, and that's pretty good for us. Sure, Arbiter can come down. Fine with me. Go ahead and bolt that. Was he got like Judge? Like a Judge? Sure, that's fine. I mean, hey, I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's like I've already used all my fetch lands, so I'm okay with that. Oh, there's just as I say that, there's another fetch land. I'll just attack. And that was like the only time that matters. Anyone who sides in like anti-red spells against like this deck, they gotta realize I'm only like using like 4 red spells in the entire deck. 5, maybe. So it's not that great of a deal. As much as you think it is. So we're putting a lot of pressure on him. He's got to block, gain life. I mean, Kitchen Finks is the best thing he can do here. But like one little slip up on mana or on any of that kind of stuff, and it just doesn't matter. So I'm gonna guess this is an Eldrazi Mimic. Thought Not Seer, sure, I don't really care. It's not doing a ton. It's gonna block and then die. So I could just attack with my Luxodon Smiter. If he blocks here and then he blocks like here, and I guess he could pop something into block here. It still empties out his hand, and what I'm left with is like a lot of damage. On the flip end, if he blocks here, he still is going to take at least 3 damage, I'm assuming. Dropping him down in life total. I can do that on his turn, by the way, which is why I'm doing it. I think attacking all in is still our best bet, because it's like, force him to have the answer. We're just going to be really aggressive. If he blocks here, it's just showing that he doesn't have any answers. And yeah, I'm still left with like a pretty good board state. Like, at any point in time, I can just attack with the Luxodon Smiter. But he's only got 2 cards in hand. I can't assume that's, like... He didn't cast anything. I guess it's a Flicker that he's going to do, which is fine by me. Because that means I can just attack with the Luxodon Smiter. He could have a Path in hand, I suppose. But then again, I can just draw more aggression. guess we'll just put a... I mean, we have basically everything. The only thing that we are vulnerable to, I guess, is red mana. I guess white mana, maybe? Fuck it. We'll just take a white. I mean, he could blow up anything. It doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. I have another land in hand. Sure. So if he flickers, I mean, he loses everything in hand, but he's still got one stuff in hand. I'm just going to attack with the one Luxodon Smiter. That way, if he flickers, I'm still perfectly fine. He'd have to double block, and even if he double blocks with the flicker, I still have the ability to stop that. Path to Exile was probably the best thing he could have. Sure, Path to Exile again. He just had 2 paths. That's crazy. What if we draw Wolf Run next turn and just like straight up win? He either can't cast what's in his hand or it doesn't matter. It's a Spellskite. Okay, so we can't draw Wolf Run and win the game now. We can't... I mean, a Tarmogoyf doesn't really do it either, I guess. It blocks. So we don't... Well, I guess we can block with the Noble Hierarch too. Oops. Turns out I have no lands left. That was relevant information I gave. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, we got sort of blown out by those 2 paths, but that happens, I suppose. If we kept that Bolt in hand, we might have been able to win. I don't know. Tidehold Scholar, sure, that all that's doing is adding more damage onto the board, so it's not like super relevant. We sort of got screwed, you know? Path does not make it so that we can win here. You have to change targets to it, pay 2 life in order to do that. Nope, so we can't do it. Alright, we lost game 2. Or fucking round 2. First one was pretty shitty. But that happens, you know? Sometimes variance is variance, and what can you do about it?